Hey, what up, you badass conscious alphas? How is your week going? Today we're going to talk about the subject of drugs. Will drugs prevent you from accomplishing your goals? I like this topic because drugs are kind of very much like black and white, or maybe just black in society, where a lot of people just demonize it. They kind of just clump all drugs in one area, and then they say they're all bad. Stay away from them, don't do them. And if you want to take that route, that's a good route to go by any means. Not taking drugs is not going to prevent you from being successful. At the same time, maybe there's some other high functioning stoners out there, people who smoke weed, who find that drugs, such as weed, elevates their creativity, that helps them think deeply, that helps them connect to the present moment, that helps them with their mission in life, through just being in the moment, creating maybe content or other creative aspects that help you, maybe your tribe, or maybe help you express yourself with messages that you feel that need to get out there. A lot of famous artists. I even have a buddy who's a really good artist, and a lot of his paintings are based off psychedelic trips that he does, and the things he's learned from them he puts in his paintings so that he can kind of show his experiences and adventures he's had through his psychedelic trips, right? So what is the rule of thumb, right? Because if everyone's just like, don't do it, like don't do drugs, but you decide, well, maybe drugs aren't as horrible as people say, which one should I be taking, and which one, and how do I know if I'm doing it right, where it's actually helping me, and how do I know when it's harming me? And it's a very good topic, and I'm by any means not the highest source. I mean, I'll be real with you. I know probably like a month ago I put a video out saying that I was going to do 6 months of no drinking and no weed, and I've definitely fallen off the wagon on that a few times. Actually, a lot of March I did a lot of smoking actually the last couple weeks, and through when the lockdown happened, I was like, fuck, I have nothing to do, I'm gonna smoke some weed. And I also been drinking here and there. But even though I didn't make it the 6 months, I still felt going off alcohol and weed for 2 months was very helpful, especially for the beginning of the year, and helping me kind of just lock down my habits and processes for the year so I know I'll hit my goals. So for you have to understand, like, how does this element of a drug fit into my lifestyle? How does it fit into my goals? Is it helping or is it not, right? The way I think of things is systems and processes. Everything you're doing is a system and process. You're watching this video because you probably watched other videos, either of mine or ones like it, right? It's just a habit. Everything we do is a habit we're repeatedly doing. So you have to ask yourself, what habits are actually helping me get what I want, and which ones are preventing me? And then fit the drug into that, whether it be weed, whether it be alcohol. Alcohol is definitely a drug as well. And there's some other party drugs. I'm a fan of LSD and Molly as well. But I also like to keep them to remember that they are tools, right? You gotta remember drugs are tools. If you abuse a tool, if you take a fucking drill, take a construction analogy, if you take like a hammer or a fucking drill, which has a lot of power and can be very helpful in you building a house like the chateau, that same drill, if you put it to your temple and start drilling, could fuck you up for the rest of your life. The hammer, if you took it to your hand, went like that, it's gonna fuck you up. So that tool that's very valuable could also fuck you up if you misuse it or abuse it. So my thing is, I always view drugs as tools, and that they are for that. And even something like Molly, I love using MDMA, but I like using it as almost like a self-therapy, because when you're on a drug like that actually boosts you up to a high level, and you can read some of Dr. Hawkins' work on drugs, and he even says that about MDMA actually boosts you to the highest level, which is joy. It's a good time where you can actually go into traumatic experiences and actually be real with yourself, and actually be like, why did that happen to me, and what can I do to let go of it? Or you can even, I remember one time after I had sex with my ex-girlfriend on Valentine's Day, we were in a nice hotel, she fell asleep, and we had both taken Molly together, and I'd gone into the shower to take a shower, because I love water. Water is usually where a lot of my intuitive thoughts and inspirations come from. And I was really just sitting there in the shower and it felt good. And I was able to kind of like become self-aware. I was almost meditating in the shower while I was on Molly. And I could just kind of see myself and my behaviors and my actions and kind of see myself like a clock where I could see the inner workings and be like, oh, it's because of this experience that I do this, or oh, it's because of this that I do that. I'm like, oh, well, I don't like that part of myself. Well, I'm gonna have to let that part go, and I could see it more clearly. So it was very helpful, it was very therapeutic for me. But at the same time too, are you abusing it? Are you taking a whole bunch and then fucking partying? Are you mixing it with other drugs and other alcohol too, right? Your environment is something that you have to take into consideration. Are you in a party environment? I'm not saying that's necessarily wrong to take in a party environment, but you gotta be aware, like these drugs are tools. So it's like classic Spider-Man quote, with great power comes great responsibility, right? Is this tool helping elevate your life, or is it help bring you down? And that's the real test of a drug and you using it if it's helping you. Is this helping me, or is it making me feel like shit, right? And what I like to do is, and I use this with drug and weed and alcohol, because those are probably like my two main ones. Molly I like to use every so often, but I mean, if I do it too many days in a row, I get tired of it. It gets tiring being blissed out that long, right? Because then you always have to drop too, or even LSD, like you're only supposed to take, I feel like LSD, I do the best with that when I take it once every 3 months. Because once every 3 months, you have time where you have growth period, even probably like 6 months, where you have this growth period where you've done all your habits if you're high performance conscious alpha like the rest of us, and you can actually see that you've grown a bit. And then when you take LSD, it actually helps you reflect. Because I feel like LSD, it kind of is, again, like that experience where it takes the universe and the world and you, and it kind of shows you the inner workings of it, right? Even Steve Jobs says, it shows you the other side of the coin when you take LSD. Steve Jobs was a very big fan of LSD when he was in his 20s. So that's what I like to do, is take it every 3 months for a time of reflection. Or maybe I have a deep question or a problem I need to solve. I'll take that intent with me into LSD, right? And I'll kind of create a ritual around it, right? And too, it can be fun to party on as well. But the true thing, again, I tend to myself, and maybe you are the same too, is I lean toward alcohol and weed because I like those. But the problem with those, even for myself, is those can become crutches. So even now, maybe I'm not sticking with the 6 month sobriety because I feel plans should be fluid, fluid planning. Whenever you plan something, it doesn't always go according to plan, and things change. Within those 6 months that time frame, a lot of stuff has changed. And at the beginning of the year, that 6 month, that's what I needed to get to where I'm at now. But now that I'm here, I'm like, okay, that was a good guideline. I don't need to necessarily do that, but I do want to be mindful of when I take weed or drink. And really, it's just asking a question before you take it. What is my intent here? Can I walk away from it? Am I trying to mask over something that I should be dealing with, right? Because a lot of times, instead of dealing with those inner work, instead of using it as a therapy, we can use drugs to mask over pain. And that's where it almost hurts me when I go to parties and I see people just taking drugs every fucking weekend, and you can tell that they're in a lot of pain and they're just doing it to mask the pain, and then they attract drama to them. They attract other shitty people that take advantage of them while they're on drugs, and their life just kind of downward spirals, and it's really sad. So you gotta ask yourself, you gotta be real with yourself. Like, is this tool, which is a drug, is it helping me, or is it bringing me down? What is my intent behind using this, right? Is it to forget? Is it to mask? Is it because I don't have confidence? Do I need that to feel good? Like, a lot of people use drugs because they don't have confidence, they don't have self-esteem. So to get laid, or to hook up with other people, or to date people, they actually need that drug to feel confident. So instead of working on themselves, instead of doing the work, they just need to take a drug to do that. Well, what's the quality of people you're going to meet if you constantly do that? You're gonna meet other broken people that haven't worked on themselves either, that are taking drugs to fuck. And maybe that's what you need in your journey right now, but is that the healthiest place to stay? Probably not. So you want to elevate and grow out of that. So that is my take on drugs. Is it helping your goals or not? It's what is the intent behind you taking that? And by all means, it's fun to take drugs too. It's okay to have fun, but was that fun experience helping you, or did it fuck you up in a way that set you back a bit, right? Because we always want to be growing. We always want to be growing stronger, smarter, and using those systems and processes to help us get to where we want to go. So I hope that helps. If you have any more questions or have your own opinion on it, leave it down below, because I feel like these are things that we need to talk about. Instead of demonizing drugs, we need to actually talk about what is the smartest way to help us get what we want and enjoy these tools that have been given to us. All right, I'll talk to you later. Peace, man.
Coming up, I improved myself. Equally, I always knew I was true to myself. I felt the power in my heart, I had to take a chance. Cause the future's always moving, had to make a plan. Yeah, grind hard, I wanna strive for it. 3 in the morning, I'm zoning cause I'ma shine for it. My dream, I mean what I'm alive for. You gotta get it when the time's yours. Even if you are born for the